Tonight, the Department of Justice releasing their final batch of files connected to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Today, we are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
New emails from 2012 and 2013 show billionaire Elon Musk and Epstein coordinating a possible visit to the financier's infamous island. Musk asks when the wildest party will be. In another exchange, Epstein telling Musk there is always space for you and says he will send a heli for him. It's not clear if Musk ever visited the island. Musk's name has popped up in prior releases, including from the House Oversight Committee's release from the Epstein estate.
The Department of Justice has confirmed the release of its final archive connected to Jeffrey Epstein. We're talking about more than 3 million pages of material, FBI, investigative files, internal memoranda, flight logs, interview transcripts, and supporting evidence gathered over multiple years. This disclosure followed congressional action mandating full transparency, requiring the DOJ to publish what remained in its possession. Once the files became searchable, attention quickly turned to prominent names appearing throughout the database.
Of times Trump's name appears in the files, so it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
One of the most widely discussed findings is that Donald Trump appears more than 1,800 times across the records. It's important to clarify what that number represents. A reference in investigative files can include third-party statements, administrative records, contextual mentions, or unverified tips submitted to federal authorities. A mention is not the same as a criminal charge. At this stage, there are no publicly announced charges against Trump tied directly to this document release. However, some records reportedly include flight manifests from the 1990s that appear to conflict with prior public statements in which Trump denied flying on Epstein's private aircraft. Those logs were compiled during earlier prosecutorial reviews and are now part of the public archive. The release also includes previously undisclosed communications involving political strategist Steve Bannon, along with recorded interviews conducted with Epstein. Together, the materials broaden the scope of scrutiny surrounding individuals who intersected with Epstein's social and professional circles. As this massive document dump continues to generate headlines, an international development has intensified the conversation.
Donald Trump's Epstein turmoil. The Department of Justice has released their final tranche of 3 million files related to Jeffrey Epstein, revealing more details about his cozy relationships with powerful people. The files include thousands of new text messages between Epstein and Trump ally Steve Bannon, suggesting that their known friendship was, quote, deeper, chummier, and more expansive than previously known. In the texts, the two frequently discussed foreign affairs and the Trump White House. Also included in the files are about 2 hours of never-before-seen interview footage of Epstein, all conducted by Steve Bannon. And we know that Bannon filmed Epstein for over 15 hours, sometime in the years leading up to Epstein's conviction and death, in an attempt.
In the United Kingdom, Prince Andrew has reportedly been arrested in connection with matters tied to his past association with Epstein. That development significantly raises the stakes. For years, legal consequences were largely limited to Epstein himself and to Ghislaine Maxwell. An arrest involving a senior royal figure suggests that related investigations may still be active and evolving internationally. In the United States, some lawmakers and advocacy groups are now calling for consistent accountability, arguing that influence or political position should not shield anyone from scrutiny. At present, no indictment has been announced against Trump in connection with these newly released materials. The files contain references, investigative notes, and allegations, some verified, others unconfirmed, but no formal criminal charge stemming from the specific disclosure. Politically, though, the implications remain substantial. Documented travel records and social connections complicate earlier claims of minimal association. The sheer volume of references creates a lasting public link. And the fact that Congress compelled the release has intensified debate over transparency and institutional resistance. With millions of pages now publicly accessible, journalists and analysts will continue reviewing the archive. This story is unlikely to fade quickly, and further developments may emerge as additional records are examined.